Hello everyone, I'm the Soloist and welcome back to some more Danganronpa. If you can't tell instantaneously from the sound of my voice, this is why there has been no stream the past 2 days. I have not been in the wells. Will reading probably kill me? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, right. I need to go to the data center. Oh, I can't. I made my way into the after-hours school, headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Hello, Kingsley, welcome. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? Data center.
What's this?
What are you doing up, mister? Yes. Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, You were trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right?
Hey!
I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
Break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. For a whole week, I forgot about that dang bear. Yeah, me too. No, that's a lie. The bear lives rent-free in the back of my head. It's very upsetting. Or, are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's
Just a
wrong now?
second.
Why are you making a racket? Kyoko.
You too?
Now you two.
You guys?
Whatever. The two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from
It's
the class
true.
trial. Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back.
Hey,
What? Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's
Shall we
going
go?
on anymore. Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Yeah, go on, get out of here. Shoo! So we left and went back to our rooms. There's a cough drop in my mouth, and there's another one on the desk, in case I need it. They have been highly ineffective for what my throat has been feeling. But it is what it is.
goodbye.
And then... Goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like
Goodbye.
always, but... Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
She needs an alibi? Probably. Who's Mukuro Ikusaba? Kyoko was right next to me once again,
Mukuro
whispering into my ear.
Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Chapter 4. All-Star. The end. Down to 6, up to 7. You received the altar lump present. 4 by Gore. That's an interesting trophy name.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusama. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. Chapter 5. 100-mile dash. Pain of a junk food junkie. Daily life. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning, in the dining hall. So, let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours? He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think, anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the masterminds, you need to follow the lead. They creep around the school like a mouse when the mastermind's proud since blood is
In the name of my family.
I'm so sorry. This game audio is atrociously loud right now. Like, I'm basically eating my mic, and I feel really quiet, but also because my voice is fucked. And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
Hey, Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. I'm gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't know what the weird dom-sub relationship is between Byakuya and Toko, but I do hate it.
How about that?
And you're okay with that, Toko? Fucking silence. Jeez. How low is that rock you're hiding under? I believe this is the small talk Byakuya
Come
warned us
on.
against. And yet, I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your
Let's
level
go.
again. Yeah, that sounds silly. Yeah, it really does. We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. Is there a 5th floor now? Because, like, we had another trial, and that normally indicates that another floor is opened. Well, not indicates, but usually implies another one gets to open up. Ah, I was right. So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us. And it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason it feels unpleasant. To my guy said, yeah, I don't like this. Nighttime secrets, no more. Stomp, stomp. He's so dirty. Wow, I hate that. But he really said, I'm so sick of this. Like, yeah, I get it. You would like to leave. No matter when, no matter where. Surveillance cameras are following our every move. There was no recovering to say that last sentence there. Sure, I can look at the clock and see what time it is, but what's the point? Read the time. How does this floor have bamboo growing? And why is it built the way it's built? Makoto? Haha, catch me if you can. Wait up, I'm gonna punish you. Gross. Is that about last night? Huh? Does she want to talk to me about something? Coco, what's wrong? Is she trying to say something? I think she's almost just a little more and I might get it. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what it is you're trying to tell me. She just let her shoulders drop. She looks so sad. I guess she gave up. Well, Makoto, I have to presume she was trying to tell you something about the room. Is this a dojo? Is this an archery range? What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean? Makoto, what do you think it meant? What do you mean, what the heck did it mean? Ah, God, I hate Makoto.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Word for word. Like, that's what she told you, Makoto. Kyoko? I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera. You understand why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. Mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important? We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. Yes, you do. It's not like she spoke to you in code. She told you straight up. The 16th student that they alluded to. She gave you their name. Said they're somewhere in the school. She also said she can't talk to you anymore because there's a camera there, meaning it's important enough that you don't want the mastermind to find out. Are you... Fuck, he's made of stupid. He's made of stupid. It's actually really funny for me to say. That target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. Wow. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here.
Hey.
And it's in full bloom. It's quite elegant. This is what
Indeed.
you consider elegant? I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? What does that part matter, man? Even though this room is... Oh.
Indeed.
Sorry, I didn't realize they were going to say the same thing about the two separate sides. It's a straw post used for sword practice. Did they use it for training here too? Nah, they just used it for hiding coins for you. There's a bunch of wooden lockers. The wooden lockers and keys remind me of super old school public bathhouses. Oh, I read that wrong. Super old school public bathhouses. That was how that should have been worded. I like that he's always got that same sense. He's like, how many cameras could they have? And it's like, a lot, dude. Clearly. A suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. That sentence is so funny. It's extremely Japanese. That's so damn funny. I don't like this unmarked look for this room. Just doors open. That's a big ass plant. Like, yeah, it's Japanese. It's also Japanese. Yeah, like, it's so funny that he said it like that. It's extremely Japanese. Like, yeah, dude. It's going to be. It's samurai on it. Ugh. What is this? This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real? Look. That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa, and the plant's all like, snap, and your flesh is all like, blah, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student at Hope's Peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist. Although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy. By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment. Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I'd know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. Every time he says something along the lines of, man, I wonder what that thing is, it's always after someone has explained to him what the thing is, and it does make me lose my mind. There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something? It's for the sprinklers. Sprinklers? Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. Sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the setting panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. So, they really got a whole ass botanical garden in there. Yeah, they really do. They've even got their own Audrey 2 and everything. So, that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning. Hey, Makoto. Makoto, he just told you that the sprinklers go off at 7:30 every morning. And that you can't change it because the panel is locked. So yes, it means the sprinklers go... God, I hate him. Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway. Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone. Really said, that guy's got a water fetish. Gotta go tell everyone. Gotta put it in my blog. That feels like potentially pertinent information. Yeah, it does. I bet you someone's gonna get murdered in here, and their body's gonna be drenched. And it's gonna be like, this means the murder occurred before 7:30 a.m. Or some nonsense. Is this... That man is thirsty. He really is. A chicken coop? What's the chicken coop doing here? Okay, here comes the bear. This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that. It seems safe. Can I click on every single chicken? It's a chicken. It's not gonna like lay a bomb, is it? It's not expecting to be fed like humans, is it? No, Makoto, it's a fucking tiny house. It really is, right? Like, I can say that for sure. It's really alive, right? There's no mistake. It doesn't have, like, a second form, right? I really hate Makoto. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here. Why'd he say it like that? No, Makoto, it's a fucking dinosaur. Exactly? 5, you know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6. At least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
Right.
It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. Just to be sure, I should take a look in that tool shed. This place seems totally disorganized. From a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools, and leaning against the back wall. Is that a pickaxe? Honestly, yeah, what a weird fucking set of things. So many flower pots. Big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually going to take care of the lawn? You know what? I remember when it was a big deal in the first case for someone to have access to the trash compactor, because only one person a week gets access to it, and it hasn't come up again since. Are we sure it's just a tool shed? It's not going to eat people? Just a real tool shed? I enjoy you coming for Makoto's whole neck. Bags of fertilizer are piled up. There are so many different kinds to choose from. There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? Yeah, pick up the hoe. Huh? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Yeah, that's Mondo's gang, dumbass. Forever coming for Makoto. It's deserved. He is stupid.
Yo.
Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water. Everyone, stay hydrated. At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling. Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I've smelled vegetation. It helps me relax. That's not what you're thinking, is it? Huh? Why? Is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore, they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
Well?
I'm serious. I like that was the end of the conversation with him. He was just like, I'm serious. And Makoto was like, I'm done here. This floor feels different compared to all the others. Not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. Fair. Oh shit. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled... It was sour, pungent, impossibly rank.
See.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It's must be at least vaguely familiar with you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Hey, why is this blood red? Everyone's blood so far has been pink. Why is this suddenly red? Is it because there's no people in this room? Is only people blood allowed to be pink? unknown entity blood is allowed to be red, I guess. Are you saying it's the smell of death, their flesh and fat and blood? There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. Yeah, because a bunch of people have fucking died. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
Hey, come on now.
What? My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened. No. It's quite the opposite. Opposite? Yep. Let me give you an itty-bitty, squeaky little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it.
Yes, indeed.
What? How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs. Hey. You're not allowed to go fucking being self-aware. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait.
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? God damn it, Mako. It means a murder occurred in here. Like, what? How is that so difficult for you? Don't worry, I didn't die. Just kind of almost did. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the blood stains are dry, and their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. Wait 1 second. Are they trying to imply that in this world, fresh blood is pink and dry old blood actually is the red of blood? Because that's really funny. This is all really blood? Of course. I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. I think that is what they're implying. No, yeah, I think so. Which is dumb. I think that's a little dumb. To be fair, I think it would have been slightly funnier and made more sense if, like, old dried blood was like a dark pink compared to the bright bubblegum pink of the fresh blood. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. I'll draw an outline of the body. That way I'll know where it was. I think artistically that would be better. It would. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Don't believe what? That murder occurred? It's just one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. It seems pretty useless when he's not on it. Actually, no. It's totally useless no matter what. Byakuya, about what Monokuma just told us. Detective, I found a pool of the killer's blood in that hallway. Gross. Clean that up. Now, back to my hunch. Look for clues. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard, or is he just flat out ignoring me? I do enjoy when John Mulaney gets to be referenced. In case anyone didn't know what those set of words and sentences that they heard that wasn't me reading off the screen. Okay, that's the room. Leave the area. Okay. Why does it say raw on it? What? It's locked. They came all this way just to be denied here? The sign in the hall says biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kinda sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now. Once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. Also, it seemed like there were no more floors after this one. Was that just me? I didn't see another set of stairs going up. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long, it would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team. Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team. That's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. I'm gonna end with Kyoko.
Yeah.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kinda be Sakura's job, but... Anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else. Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor, either. But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school? You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto?
So then,
Huh? Why do you ask? Because if you did, you must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Yeah, another set of stairs going up. It's the final floor. Something on all the other floors, but not on the 5th floor. Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Does that mean the
Correct.
5th floor is the end? We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery. But that's the hardest part. Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay. As long as we work together, I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor. Oh, no. Strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. Why does he specifically call out the smell of fat? What does he mean by that? The smell of flesh and fat and blood. 2 out of the 3 of those make sense as a scent you would smell in the crime scene murder room. The white outlines of countless corpses. It's more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Every body's smell concentrated. God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it. Well, I mean, what the hell happened in that room? I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there? Stop, seriously. I'm gonna throw up. Perhaps that was what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is, the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room, that was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
In other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy.
it's all clear
That's
now.
true. That would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors. I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful. Not just awful, super awfully awful. They're right. It's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. But still, how is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up?
You know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor. I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and I know what you're gonna say, but a tool shed.
Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so... so bad. Oh, God, sorry. So we have to be careful.
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the ones that live in the pipe, though.
What?
Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there.
Oh, yeah. Apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot.
Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know?
Of course not, because idiots never get wet.
I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
Hey, come on. You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question. So, what was the question again?
Don't worry. You just answered it. Hey, Byakuya, it seems like
What?
Toko wants to say something. So, why are you telling me?
Well, 'cause you told her to zip it or whatever.
I'd forgotten about that.
Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on.
Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, Master. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem.
Oh, seriously, you're just gonna take it?
Shut up, and don't interrupt when Master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in classroom on the 5th floor. What? Oh, in A classroom. I missed the A. And something caught my attention. It was this. A knife? Whoa, that thing is huge. It's like
What?
Rambo size. It's a survival knife of some type. But what is it doing in a classroom? How would I
Very
know?
suspicious.
What are you gonna use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us?
I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just lying around.
I'd rather have it lying around than in the hands of a serial killer.
Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. This is a very... I would like to say that this particular sketch of Toko is different in such a fashion, and I don't think we've seen it before. At least if we have, I don't remember it. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife,
You
what are we
know?
gonna do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she
What's
might
your
do.
problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous.
So then,
What to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
That's that. But hold on,
It's all
don't I get
clear.
a say? It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I
feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. Fine. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still